Hi, I'm Chris Hambuck-Doyle, and I'm presently the president of the Eau Claire School District School Board. I'm in my second term and my first year as board president. I also am an early childhood consultant with CISA 11, and I serve the 39 school districts in western Wisconsin. I had a firsthand experience over the last year and a half for connecting very strongly with our Eau Claire community hundreds of times in order to positively pass our $87.9 million referendum to exceed spending limits over the next 15 years. It passed by over 60%. In large and small community meetings, one-on-ones with individual taxpayers and legislators, producing a documentary on Wisconsin's complicated public school funding structure, connecting daily with whoever would listen, we educated our community about the inequity of funding and what would be needed to bring the Eau Claire School District to the state average of spending per pupil. At the time of our referendum, the Eau Claire School District was $418 below the state average. When our constituents found out that their children were not even worthy of the state average, it did not sit well. They felt that Eau Claire's children and their children were at least average. So I would like our legislators to do the following. One is to fix school funding so that the Eau Claire School District can be at least average, so that all school districts can be at least average. As you can see, I think throwing $200 in the biennium budget for each student is really not equitable. Although I'm thankful for that additional money because we need it, it's still not equitable. So I think there are ways to fix school funding, and I think our legislators know how to do that. They just have the will to do it, need the will to do it. I also want the legislators to support LRB 2035. It's a recent bill that's being passed for bipartisan support, and it's being distributed right now. And what that would do, it would allow taxpayers to know in their taxes and when they get their tax bill, it would be an insert within their bill that would make taxpayers aware of what school boards are required to levy to make their budgets whole from the reduction in state aids as a result of pupils enrolled in the statewide parental choice program, otherwise known as the taxpayer paid vouchers for tuition to enroll in non-public schools. This transparency is provided as part of their individual tax bills. I kind of felt as a board president that we had to be so transparent in passing our referendum and so explicit about what that money would be used for. And the voucher piece within what we levy as school boards not transparent at all. It's put in as part of our levy when in fact I think taxpayers should know what parts are for us and what parts of their tax levy is for vouchers. So I think oftentimes when I went out talking with people, many people said, you know, I never had a choice as a taxpayer on whether my tax dollars could do that. Even though we're giving parents choices to send their kids to private schools, I think as taxpayers this should be debated, this should be voted on, and we should find out once and for all if this is what our taxpayers in our state want.